All right, guys, for our last day of grammar this week, we're going to just do review of what we learned last week. We're going to take a look at some suffixes that you're already familiar with. Let's take a look at what a suffix is. A suffix is a word part that's added to the end of a base word, and it changes its meaning entirely. The first suffix we're going to take a look at is ER. You guys know that. We added ER to adverbs and adjectives last week in order to compare. But I do want you to know that ER at the end of a word can also mean a person who. So for example, helper. Help has a suffix ER at the end, which means a person who helps. So there's two ways that we can look at suffix ER. The first way you're very familiar with, comparing two things. And the second thing you just have to remember, it could describe a person who is something or does something. The other suffix that you know is EST. It's another comparative, just describing the most of something. And we use this when we're comparing two or more things. Let's take a look, guys. I saw a dog, a cat, and a mouse. The cat was the loveliest. I'm taking a look at the word loveliest. All that is the word lovely with the suffix est. Remember, we had to say goodbye to Y and hello to I. So which animal was the most lovely of them all? The cat was. Rougher. We have the base word rough, which means bumpy and uneven. Then we have this suffix er, which means more. So we know that rougher would mean more bumpy and uneven. Let's take a look at another example. Silliest. We have the base word silly, which means goofy, and then we have the suffix est, which means the most. So silliest must mean the most goofy. Let's go ahead and fill in the sentences. Sandpaper is blank than cloth. It's rougher than cloth. More rough. That was the blank movie I've ever seen. It was the silliest movie I've ever seen, or the most silly. I'm going to go ahead and read this passage, and just like we normally would in class, I want to see those flashing light bulbs going off when we come across a word with suffix er or suffix est, and we'll go ahead and highlight them and just discuss their meaning. Two travelers and a bear. Two travelers, Emily and Martha, were walking across the countryside to a city. Emily caught up with Martha and said, "This can be the loneliest road. What if we walk together and keep each other company?" I know I see those flashing light bulbs. Yep, the word is loneliest. So the base word is lonely, and we add est. So what does loneliest mean? That's right. It means the most lonely. I'm going to keep reading. Don't forget those flashing light bulbs. What if we walk together and keep each other company? Visiting will help us pass the time. Besides, we'll be safer walking together. Great job, guys. The word is safer. The base word we have is safe, and then we add suffix er, which means, that's right, more safe. Great job, guys. Martha smiled, nodded, and agreed. This was the wisest idea she had heard in a long time. Good job. Wisest. The base word is wise. We add est at the end, so it must mean, that's right, the most wise, which has to do with intelligence. Here we go. The two struck up a conversation discussing their travels. Emily said she liked the city the best. Martha preferred the countryside because she thought it was lovelier than the city. They went on. Good job, guys. Lovelier. Right? And we did talk about that. It means more lovely. Suddenly, the tallest bear the woman had ever seen appeared from behind a tree. That's right, tallest. We have the word tall, we add est, which must mean the most tall. Great job, guys. Emily scrambled up the tree. Martha dropped to the ground, pretending to be dead. The bear circled Martha. Then it lost interest and wandered off. It seemed as if the bear was whispering to you, said Emily, climbing down from the tree. What did it say? Martha replied, be careful of a friend who leaves at the first sign of trouble. And with that, she walked away. Great job, guys, picking out your words that end in suffix ER or suffix EST. What you guys are going to do on the next page of your remote learning packet is you're going to do the same thing. Read a short passage and identify the words ending in ER or EST. Then go ahead and update the sentences below in order to add suffix ER or EST. Great job, guys. I'll talk to you soon.